Happy New Year, guys! Season 2 of JJK has been nothing short of phenomenal. All 23 episodes have been absolutely immaculate, from the high school Gojo flashbacks to Tengen's vessel Riko, Toji, Geto, and finally the Shibuya arc, where characters like Sukuna, Mahito, and Imposter Geto really stole the show for me. Every character had their chance to shine respectively in this season, and it's been beautiful to behold. We've had some incredible fight scenes coupled with some amazing animations. So we really need to give Gege and Mappa Studios their flowers because they've done an incredible job in bringing this season to life. That being said, we can't ignore the fact that the animators at Mappa are being overworked and underpaid, and we can only hope that by raising awareness for this issue, things will improve. As an anime-only JJK fan, I didn't know what to expect for this season of JJK. I saw the hype on the timeline, but you know how it be sometimes with the fan bases. Some of them, they just be lying. There was one girl in particular that told me that the Shibuya arc was gonna blow me away, and of course I didn't believe her. But she was absolutely right. In fact, I was blown away before the Shibuya arc even started. Once they introduced Toji, they had me in the palm of their hands. I mean, look at this man, please. I saw a lot of simping on the timeline. Understandably, normal. Why women love Toji is loading. The start of the series with the hidden inventory arc was so light-hearted and fun that it didn't prepare me or anyone else for the chaos of the following Shibuya arc. And this is why season 1 is such a stark contrast from season 2. There are more action-packed episodes with unique fights in season 2. In season 1, not many people died, especially when it comes to the main characters in the series. So season 1 was a very comfortable watch in comparison to season 2. In season 2, I found myself nervous watching some of those fights, hoping that the characters I was rooting for would actually survive, but I think this season is specifically designed to break the hearts of JJK fans. Starting with the hidden inventory arc was necessary and a treat for fans because we got to experience Gojo in his teenage years and his unshakable confidence. It's clear that Gojo has been very confident since he was young, which makes sense when you look at how he was raised. I also enjoyed this arc because it shows some of the drawbacks of being the strongest, kind of the same problem Saitama has from One Punch Man. Gojo being the strongest is more of a curse than a blessing because of the over-reliance and dependence on him as a person. Gojo was everyone's safety net and the person that they could always depend on. This is why at the end of the Shibuya arc, when it looks like Gojo has lost or failed, they immediately turn their backs on Gojo because they could not stomach their own sheer incompetence and lack of strength during the incidents of the Shibuya arc. The hidden inventory arc also reinforced the impact of Gojo's birth and how everything changed when Gojo was born. His presence tamed a lot of the weaker curses and made the world a lot more peaceful for humans to live in. Throughout JJK, Gojo is always put on a pedestal as the honored one, and Gege drives it home in season 2. It made me wonder what the dynamic was between humans and cursed spirits before Gojo was born versus after Gojo was born. After Gojo was born, it probably made humans a lot more comfortable and they probably didn't train as hard to get stronger. This reminds me of the relationship between All Might and Endeavor from My Hero Academia. During All Might's time as the number one hero, Endeavor was the only one trying to catch up to All Might, whereas in the JJK world, so far, we've not seen any sorcerer that's been trying to catch up to Gojo. Maybe it's seen as a little impossible because he was born with all these god tier abilities that it was pointless to try and become as strong as him or as powerful as him, but clearly there is a gaping gap between Gojo and the other sorcerers. Moving on to the introduction of the most goated character of the season, our supreme daddy Toji.
全員じゃねえ。向こうに入ったんでな。今は伏黒だ。いいぜ。その話受けてやる。
Can I just say that this is the best OST I've heard for a JJK character so far? In general, the OST in this season was a step up from season 1 and it made this season so much more enjoyable to watch. Toji's introduction shifted our whole perception of what the JJK series would be. Before this, we thought things were going to be simple. Gojo is the strongest and no one can touch him. But if that was the case, then clearly JJK wouldn't be as popular today as it is. As for the fight between Gojo and Toji, this was one of my favorite fights of the season simply because I was so caught off guard by the victor of the fight. I had to go to the manga real quick after I finished the episode because I couldn't wait another week. Gojo's assassination was just so unbelievable and unsettling that I had to go and spoil it for myself by reading the manga so that I could calm down. But it was such a shame to see such an incredible character like Toji leave the JJK world so quickly after he was introduced. I was a little disappointed after that episode because I thought we would never see him again, but I'm glad that the Shibuya arc gifted us with more Toji scenes even if he wasn't alive anymore. I loved watching Geto and Gojo's close relationship, and Geto's spiral was not only shocking but incredibly upsetting. Every time the story felt like it was becoming comfortable again, Gege would throw something completely unexpected at his fans. It was painful to watch the pair split and Geto's decline into what he is now. Mekamaru vs Mahito was another great fight with beautiful animation, and I found myself rooting so deeply for Mekamaru because although I did not know what the Shibuya arc would bring at the time, my gut instinct was telling me that he really just needed to win. After Gojo was sealed, I actually was not worried, and it didn't even shake me like that because I was thinking, yeah, he's the main character, he's gonna be fine. This plan is not going to succeed. But with each episode that passed where Gojo hadn't been freed, I became more and more concerned. Yuji vs Choso is another fight of the season that is a lot of people's top 3 with good reason. Choso's technique is so OP, and honestly I don't think that without Mekamaru's plan, Yuji would have survived, let's be for real now. The same is true for the Dagon fight. Nanami, Maki, and Nabito would probably have died if Megumi and Tojgo didn't arrive. I like that this season also corrected our initial perception of Jogo. It's clear that Jogo has a big heart when he becomes enraged by the death of his comrades Dagon and Hanami, so destroys everyone in sight. After Jogo wakes up Sukuna, we get the Jogo vs Sukuna fight, which is nothing short of pure chaos and showcases both Sukuna and Jogo's abilities and ideologies. I love that when Jogo is passing away, Sukuna acknowledges Jogo's power, and by the end of the fight, it's clear that Jogo was actually strong, but he just got unlucky with his opponents. We also got Toji versus Megumi, and it's interesting to watch father and son fight to the death without knowing who they are to each other. There are many interesting fight matchups throughout the season, and this is definitely one of the more interesting ones to witness. When Megumi unleashes Mahoraga, we get the craziest fight of the season for me, Mahoraga versus Sukuna. During this fight, Sukuna becomes more fascinated with Megumi, and it becomes clear that Megumi's powers are a lot more interesting than we initially anticipated. This fight results in Itadori losing his will to live, and witnessing Nanami and Nobara's death on top of that definitely made things worse. I'm so glad Mahito got his ass beat for that. In this season, Mahito irked me more than ever before. That guy is so fucking annoying, bro. It's so unfortunate that Yuji didn't get the final kill. I feel like I would have preferred to see Yuji finish Mahito off than him being absorbed by imposter Geto. But you know, Gege has his own plans. The unexpected deaths in this season created so much tension and uncertainty. It felt like I was back watching Attack on Titan again. I really was not expecting a lot of the deaths that we got because I kept telling myself this is not Attack on Titan. But clearly, Gege had his own plans. I felt nervous watching some of those fights, and I was fully invested in each episode, unable to take my eyes off the screen. There was so much tragedy and unexpected plot twists in this season that I found myself counting down the days to the release of the next episode. In terms of the individual battles, I felt there were an equal amount of deaths of both cursed spirits and humans. But when it came to the overall war, imposter Geto/Kenjaku got exactly what he wanted in the end. He wanted chaos, and he created uncontrollable chaos. So by the time we get to the 23rd episode, the season ends pretty much with everything up in the air. As an anime only, I can't even be confident that Yuji is going to survive. But these are all the effects of great storytelling and world building. So I can't wait to delve into the manga and experience more of the world of JJK.